Hello, this is old Mr. Kent of MrKent.com, and I have shaky hands, and so when I got my Mavic Mini and everybody was catching it with their hands, I tried and kept getting my fingers into the props, and it doesn't hurt your fingers because they're pretty small, but you get a prop strike, you can put a crack in it, and then you lose your drone. So I just rather just land on a landing pad, as I know some other folks have said also. So I've gone through the process. Of course, this is one thing I love is Gorilla Tape. It really works well. So I thought I'd point that out. Those are about $8. And then also, you've seen in previous videos where I've made cardboard landing pads, and I get my cardboard at Fry's Marketplace, which is nearby. And if you have a Fry's store nearby, you go to the bakery department and they'll give you broken down large cardboard boxes. So I wanted to throw that in. My shaky hands are the reason I need to have a landing pad, and you can make landing pads for free by going to well, probably any supermarket. So this is what I carry my stuff in, and this landing pad that I just made, I promise you I'm not going to make any more landing pads, okay? So it fits in there nicely, and it's the last landing pad I'm going to design. So let's start at the beginning. A long time back, I don't even have it here, I don't think. Anyway, I made this landing pad. Hopefully that it would work. Now the reason for the landing pad is because the big round one that I have always used has a steel ring in it, and the Mavic Mini has it's called an aircraft orientation display at the very bottom of the screen, and it shows you which way the aircraft is pointed, and it shows you whether it's to your right or to your left, so you know whether to turn the camera and so forth, or the camera, the antennas. I'm recording with the camera. So anyway, and it's very handy. And if it's not accurate and you're trying to fly and the drone's way down at the other end of the park and you can't see which way it's facing, that little display comes in real handy. So the Mavic Mini is very sensitive to magnetic influences. It's encapsulated in a plastic case rather than a metal case, like the Mavic 2 and Mavic Pro and all that. So it's very sensitive to magnetic fields. And so that metal ring around the big landing pad that I've been using interferes with it. So you can't guarantee that it's not going to mess up the orientation display. So I've been going around and trying to make different landing pads. This one's the last one I made for outside. I made it extra thick so that the wind wouldn't blow it away or the downwash. This one I made for in the house, which would probably work well in the house. And so it was kind of handy, and I just put Velcro. One of my friends recommended Velcro to hold it together, okay? But the problem, those are some of the previous ideas, but the Mavic Mini is made in China. And so I thought, Chinese puzzle. So I got to thinking, it folds up pretty small, but you have to kind of figure out how to make a Chinese puzzle. So what I want to do is real quick, as quickly as I can, show you how you can go about making yourself a Chinese puzzle landing pad for your Mavic Mini. Now, I've already got some cut out here, but let's say that this is your carrying case. Kind of small, but we'll just go small here. And you need to make a Chinese puzzle landing pad. So first of all, you make one pad that'll fit in there like I started with, and then you have to create, for what I am making, you have to create six pads, okay? So let's see how we go about this. So first of all, we'll tape these two together with a piece of tape. And there goes my printer for some reason, okay? And then we'll tape another two together. I think my wife is probably printing something from the other room. And so we'll tape this together. This is pretty easy. It's not rocket science. And we'll tape these two together. All right, so we get that much done. Then we flip them over. And see if I can remember how this works now. We'll tape these two together, and then we tape these two together. Okay? So, what we're going to do is when we get all through, we fold these up like so. That over there, that over there, and it goes right in. So let's go through it one more time. Get it all undone here. Okay, so you start out, you make 6, and you put them end to end, tape them together, and then get them all tipped over, and tape this together, and tape that together, and then you've got your landing pad, which will fold up like a Chinese puzzle. Whoop. Go in your little container, and you got it done. All right. One other thing I forgot to mention was that the worst thing you can do, from my experience, is to let your gimbal of your Mavic Mini land in the dirt and the dust, because that'll jam up the movement of the gimbal. So even the grass in this part of the country has dust on the blades. So this needed to be large enough that even a poor pilot like myself would still be able to land on it. So let's do the Chinese puzzle landing pad layout here. And as you can see, I put a lot of extra work into it. When you spray paint cardboard, give it a tack coat first. Don't soak the cardboard up. Just put a tack coat on, and that tack coat is where you can just barely see through the coat. And wait a half an hour, and come back and put another tack coat on, and then let that dry. And then after after that's dry, you can put as much spray paint on the cardboard as you want, because it doesn't soak in and warp it and change its shape. So anyway, that's my landing pad, and I promise I'm not going to make any more landing pad videos. I promise. All right. Thanks for watching, and God bless.